How's everybody doing? Good, good, good. So, what I want to go over today a little bit quickly is it's titled Recognizing Opportunity, Building Bridges. So, we're often told not to burn bridges, right? But very rarely are we taught how to build them. Thank you. What if I told you that a first-generation college student was able to build bridges from Chicago to China, to Philippines, to Palau, to Turkey, to Colombia, as well as to Tanzania? So, as I go through my chat today, I want to go over 3 points that have allowed me to get to this point of my life and my career. So, the first point is growth mindset. I started a business 12 years ago, 13 years ago actually, fresh out of my grad school. And the reason my first point is growth mindset is because when I started this company, there weren't many companies out there like mine. So I wasn't able to go and emulate. I wasn't able to find mentors that had a company similar to mine. So what did I have to do? I had to understand that the growth mindset to me was to realize that opportunity is everywhere. And opportunity doesn't have to be traditional, nor does it have to be in a certain geographic. And because of that mindset, because of that growth mindset, I've been able to take students, first-generation college students, all over the world. So over the past 10 years, I've been able to, all those countries that I mentioned, I've been able to travel with students to all those countries and teach them about global leadership, global competency, cultural competency, right? So when I was building this business, when I was building this company, I had to say to myself, there's something so much bigger. There's something so much bigger out there for you, but once you achieve that, you have to continue and build that bridge for other people. And with those opportunities and with that growth mindset, I was also able to develop connections at the federal level, which ultimately gave me the opportunity to get 5- and 6-year contracts to provide internships for students attending minority-serving institutions. You see where the growth mindset is coming in here? 13 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to think that. It takes time, it takes commitment, and it takes vision. The second portion, aside from growth mindset, is building an incredibly strong network. Over the span of my life, I've been to over 47 countries. And in each one of those countries, I've been able to develop and maintain and cultivate genuine relationships, genuine networks. How do I do that? By listening more than I speak, by asking meaningful questions, by challenging my collaborators. But what has that done for me? That has allowed me to create and develop programming at an extremely large level, because now those connections become collaborators. And not surface level collaborators, but in-depth collaborators who allow me to provide opportunity for others by utilizing their resources and their backgrounds. Good? And then my last point is embracing challenge. So what does this mean? I want to share a quick story with you. Embracing challenge. A couple years ago, I was in Hawaii, and I was in Hawaii for some work, and I thought to myself, what can I do while I'm out here that I can't really do anywhere else? And I want to learn about myself. I want to challenge myself. So I took up stand-up paddleboarding. And I spent the next 3 weeks every single morning learning about the water, learning about the waves, learning about the paddleboard, learning how myself as a person can maneuver through these obstacles, something that I wasn't familiar with in my life. And how could I take what I was learning as a stand-up paddleboard and bring it into my life personally and professionally? So as we walk through, think about that. Growth mindset. There's things right now that you want to achieve that you don't even realize. And you have to think bigger than what you've already been thinking. Build that strong network. Don't be afraid to go out, meet people, listen to people, ask questions. But at the end of the day, always listen more than you speak. There's a saying, right? 2 ears, 1 mouth. And lastly, don't forget to always challenge yourself. There's no growth if you're not challenged. So on that, continue to recognize those opportunities, build those bridges, and most importantly, walk through those doors. Thank you.